Welcome to Vacation Station, hosted by Lisa and Nancy, editors of BigBlendMagazines.com.
Hey everyone, this is Lisa and Nancy, and you're not going to believe it. We've just been hiking in Louisiana, Natchitoches, at the Grady-Irwin Nature Reserve, and now we're back in our hotel and we're sitting in a boardroom. This is what park travelers do, but we're with Jay, and Jay and his family own Sharpco Hotels. It's a hotel group here in Natchitoches, Louisiana, and we're in the northwest section of Louisiana. And also in Alexandria, which is in central Louisiana. All of this area is kind of part of the no man's land. It is a destination to put on your list, and it's beautiful. And so we're at the Holiday Inn Express where we're staying, and it's recently renovated. We call this Hotel Circle, Jay, because really you have your own hotel circle, right?
It's like a campus.
It is. And you have the French Market Express right there. And yeah, we put on 10 pounds last time we were here.
Good stuff over there. Good
fried food, and we had to learn all the different, from meat pies and crispitos, and we didn't know all these things. Yam cake. So good, and gas station. So everything is here, right off the interstate. Cool. But just start from the beginning with your family getting into the hotel industry.
Dad was a contractor, built industrial plants, and he was building a plant in his hometown in 1981 or 82, and somebody said we needed a motel. So he decided to build. So he literally went and found 3 acres on the side of the interstate and got a couple of investors, and they built a hotel and went from there. So,
wow. Is that here in Louisiana?
It was in Delhi, Louisiana.
Okay.
And then after that, he saw the money he could make in building and flipping hotels. And this was at the time when everyone was getting out of the full-service hotel business and into the smaller roadside properties. Just Best Westerns, Comfort Inns, those properties. And I guess I just kind of was born into the business, and I enjoyed operating. I didn't particularly like the construction side, so.
But we saw you doing garden maintenance yesterday, so you're hands-on.
Oh, I'm going to be hands-on, but it's to the building as the construction. It's not my strong point, so.
But it's good that you're here. Here you've got the Days Inn. You got the Holiday Inn Express, Best Western, and then the
Comfort Suites.
Comfort Suites here, and then you've got the Holiday Inn
in downtown Alexandria
by the convention center.
Yeah, that's a convention center property.
But you're around, and a lot of times owners are kind of distant.
No, I'm going to be hands-on. That's what I enjoy. I mean, I like to interact with the guests and feel the property, see the property, and meet the customers, and just watch and see little things that we can fix and adjust, and that's what I enjoy to do.
That's part of success, is to take in what people say.
You gotta listen
before they go on social media and leave reviews.
And that happens as well. So.
I know you can never appease everyone, but a lot of times they're good, and it's changed.
There's a lot of and most of the time, I would say majority of people want to give you a good review, and there's some that want to give you a nasty review,
and they do it everywhere. And
you just you take it, and if it's worthy, you respond. If you don't, you ignore it and move on. And if you read 5-10 reviews overall, and they're all good, and there's one contrarian, most people are going to say, hey, this is just somebody wants a free room. So. Well,
I think also it's people get angry traveling sometimes, like if they're going, but I don't know how you would get, because here, the last time we came here and stayed at the Best Western last year at the same time, funny how it just happens, we drove from southern Colorado here. It was a long drive, and we were doing stops of photography and everything. We got here like 11, 12, and we'd started at like 1 or 2 in the morning in Colorado. So if anyone was going to get cranky, we would be on that, but we weren't. We got here. But, I think when you drive in here, it's so beautiful. I don't know how anybody could be cranky traveler, because it's pretty. on the way.
I don't get it, but sometimes you can't
Traffic.
please everybody. We just tell the staff, when everyone comes in, to be nice. And
They are nice.
They are very nice.
I'll tell you this. I
Very
mean,
nice.
Best Western here, really, really nice. And then there's also your welcoming committee is partly Daisy.
oh yeah,
Daisy the dog.
Daisy the dog. Yes, she's been with us 9 years now.
Wow.
So yeah, when the IHOP in front of the properties, when they were building it, there were these couple of transient guys working over there, and we noticed her kind of wandering around, and she was really skin and bones and just
Aw.
a sickly looking animal, and you couldn't get within 30, 40 feet of her. So I just brought a couple bags of dog treats from the house and just tossed them to her every day. And after about 3 or 4 months, she got closer and closer. And after about 6 months, I finally could pet her. And
Oh, wow.
me and with the other maintenance man here at the property, she started to trust him. And I think that's why she's lasted so long. She's not the most trusting dog, but she's very friendly, and I've never heard bark in 9 years. I don't know what she sounds like. So
She's just chilled, and
She
she
just
does
chills
dog
out.
yoga
Yeah.
too. The way
Oh,
she
yeah.
sits,
She just
She owns it now.
she comes in and she opens the doors up to the lobby, and she has a little bed at the Best Western, and has one at the Holiday Inn Express, and most of the guests now have seen reviews about her, so know about her. So, and occasionally we'll have someone come in and they'll say, "Well, I don't like the dog." I'll say, "Well, go somewhere else."
yeah, because she's part of the family.
Yeah.
When you
How can you
when you
not
don't-
like her?
Well, exactly. And I'm not one to change because one person
Right.
doesn't like it.
Yeah.
If a majority of our guests enjoy her, then great. If one person doesn't, well, we've got some-
She's sweet. She's really sweet, and she does really stay out of everyone's way.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I
she's-
mean?
yeah.
She doesn't
Not
go up to
aggressive
people.
No,
She's sweet.
she's very docile, and
Yeah.
that goes back from when she was. You could tell she was abused.
Yeah.
So she's very street smart. So there'll be a time when we retire her to our homes, but right now she's
She's part of
This is-
the whole experience.
this
I
is
think
it.
it's really nice. And that's something, because you are brand hotel, so people come in knowing, what.
sure.
There's this, you get that at the different brands, each one from pricing to style. Let's talk about the Holiday Inn Express, because you just did this renovation. It's amazing. We slept so good.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, really? Do I have to get up and go to work? It was like 4 a.m. I'm like, you know what? There's no sunrise here as far as to get over it. We could go back to sleep. And I'm like, no, I have to do this. And it was so comfortable. The rooms are so well done and
Big.
big.
Very
Even just
big.
the way the luggage racks are, you don't have to fight with those little thingies that sometimes open, sometimes don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just is clean, spacious, just quiet.
Yeah, this remodel was one of our best ever. The property was 13 years old. It was due a remodel about 2 years ago, due to the economy and just the way the market was. Just wasn't the time to spend that amount of money. And this year we were like, hey, the budget was right. Let's go ahead and do it. And we did a full remodel of the property. I mean, we gutted it down to all the repainted, new carpet, new furniture. We redid the parking lot. We repainted the outside. We redid the pool. We redid the pool deck. Re-landscaped. It's about as much of a deep of a remodel as you can do. We redid the lobby, the breakfast room.
Oh, it's nice.
And so far the guests have enjoyed it. I mean, we've been able to get a strong rate. The occupancy has bounced back faster, even with the COVID stuff. Guests are seeing the pictures online, are staying with us, and we're really happy that we did the reinvestment when we did, and it's paying off. And again, the beds, those
Those are
great.
nice.
They're great.
You're not messing around when there's a king bed. I mean, like, You could fit 10 kings in there. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
That's I mean, that's a big bed, and you're like, dude, really? Which side should I sleep on? Wait, I can roll over, and I can keep rolling. Breakfast too, which is really neat that you do serve breakfast, because I know everybody. Breakfast at a hotel is always great, even if it's here's your muffin, if it's to go, and you've handled it really neat here. And I love your breakfast room because you're looking out to the little forest area. It's like, okay, well, this is fun.
well, breakfast is important because we are limited service properties, and you're buying not only the room, but you're buying breakfast. And breakfast is the value in the stay. So it's an expectation that we have a hot breakfast. And if we decide, hey, we can't serve you breakfast, either we drop the rate $10, $15 a night, or we keep it, and then you lose the value and the expectation for the guests. So, we pride ourselves in making sure that breakfast is clean and consistent, and the food tastes good. So.
It was good, and you have a
good.
pancake machine.
Pancake machine.
We like the pancake machine.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
It's
Everyone
cool.
was like, "Where's the pancake machine?"
Yeah.
just we're like kids. We're going to push the button.
I know,
Oh, yeah.
to play with it.
Oh yeah.
Candace was saying, "I'm going to get one for my house." And I'm like, I know, put it in the back of our car, like everywhere we go.
Oh, that'd be cool. Tailgate with a pancake machine.
Yeah, and that's a Holiday Inn Express thing. A lot of the brands do the waffles, and Express a number of years ago decided they were going to go pancakes, and it's been a nice way to be a little bit different from everybody else, but at the same time, give value to the guest.
Do you get a lot of groups coming in here? Because I know, like in Alexandria, that's a convention. I know the COVID thing has changed, but do you get like car clubs and the special interest kind of groups?
Sure, Natchitoches in the fall is our big tourist time. So September with football season, that's when the university football
That's right,
starts.
the university too.
And then in the fall you have the Meat Pie Festival, you have the car show. Going into December, you have the state track meet, the cross country meet, and then you have the Christmas festival every weekend in December. That's our tourist time. The rest of the year is a lot of work guys. Again, where we are, we're in the middle of nowhere. I mean, we're an hour from Shreveport, an hour from Alexandria, 2 hours from Natchez, 2 hours from Lufkin, Texas. So we draw from a large area of work, guys working. So, and we have enough restaurants here that if they're going to stay here for weeks on end, they can go eat somewhere different every night, and not have the same thing. Because there's little towns around us that have hotels, but you're going to eat at the same Burger King 4 nights a week in those little small towns. So we can give more here in Natchitoches.
You guys you're dangerous with food. I was just saying with Kelly and Arlene, I'm like,
good here.
you come to Natchitoches and you literally pig out.
Yeah.
Because it's good food.
We're good at serving good greasy fried food. Which
I know.
She doesn't love.
Well, they're doing a gas station food trail now, all through no man's land.
Well, we should.
And it's good.
I think the French market in front of us should be.
Has to be.
Right up at the front.
That's where it should start.
Right there.
Yes. And then you can come rolling back to your hotel down the trail. And it's neat that everyone's here, because it's kind of like something according to everyone's budget and need.
Sure.
When they're traveling through. You've got, people moving, or and you're close to being central. You're close to Dallas, Hot Springs.
Yeah,
all of
we're
those
halfway
things.
between. Natchitoches is halfway between Dallas and New Orleans. So when folks are coming back from Mardi Gras, generally we get a good night out of that. We get a good night when there's a bowl game in New Orleans. People coming down from Oklahoma, Texas, from the north, so we get that.
It's a lot of sports.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of there's not one thing. I guess it's not a one size fits all market. We have a lot of.
That's good.
We have a lot of things. The university's a big thing. The Christmas fest is a big thing.
Yeah.
Just being the hub for an hour and a half area is a big thing. And being on the interstate, the I-49 is. I mean, think it's an artery that just brings in people. I mean, we have no interstate here. You're landlocked with nothing, so with no one you're
Yeah. You got to get in your boat
Yep.
and paddle down the Cane River.
That's right. And
That's a whole other thing.
well, that's
too.
another thing, and that's one of the great things about Natchitoches is we have. If you ask locals, you'll ask them what are we known for, and they'll give you 5 different answers.
But that's
Exactly.
what I think that we keep coming back here, and it's like we keep saying like, well, if we ever stop the tour, we're moving to Natchitoches. You know what I mean? Because it's this. I don't know. Is it the natural beauty? Is it the history? Is it the arts? The music? The folk festival. That was one of the coolest experiences ever. Just
But the people,
the
are
people.
friendly.
Yeah, this
They're friendly.
is at the top of our list in regards to a destination that knows hospitality, but it's not fake.
Yeah.
It's authentic,
Genuine, yeah.
genuine people being nice. I mean, remember the last time we were here in the French Market? It wasn't anyone working there; just people walked in, and everyone was just talking to each
Yeah.
other. Everybody was nice.
Yeah, we're still very small town.
Yeah.
Here, and being again, there's nothing around us, so we have the university here, so it makes
Yeah.
it feel like a much
Energetic,
larger
too.
community, and with the history. So you have all of these. Again, the university brings in new culture, brings in new teachers, new students. So you have
It's energy.
You have a never-ending You have a never-ending cycle. It's like an ocean. It's moving
Yeah.
water. So it's a moving community. It's not stagnant in the sense that this. The culture is always changing here.
That's
Sometimes more than sometimes not. But that's what makes us a little different from other cities. If you go to Shreveport or Monroe or Alexandria, you're pretty much going to get the same thing every time you go. But if you come here 10 years from now, it's going to be different than it is 10 years 10 years ago. And again, goes back to what I was saying. If you ask locals, what are we known for? Somebody's going to tell you meat pies. Somebody's going to tell you Christmas lights. Somebody's going to say Northwestern. Somebody's going to say Cane River.
Kisatchee National
Somebody's
Forest.
going to say Kisatchee.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of different things happening here, which is interesting, especially for a traveler or someone coming
You keep coming back.
to check us out. Yeah.
So for you, what do you like to do having a weekend off? Imagine that.
A weekend, I enjoy coming to work. No, I work. I tell you, I was off this weekend, and I was going to Front Street to have a few drinks.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, everything was closed due to COVID. But my idea of a good time.
You need a Portofino. Our backpack. So my backpack, which is a camera bag, it also doubles as a Portofino. It has an insulated
Very
pocket.
classy.
You put your little ice pack in, little thin ones. You take a bag, like you have boxed wine, a bag of wine. You pour your favorite beverage up to 1.5 liters.
You've got it.
And then you go hiking, you go anywhere. No one knows. You can go on the river, and then you just open the little flap and you pop out a little spigot and have a little wiggy.
Unfortunately, when I'm drinking, everybody knows I'm.
Oh, okay. And 1.5 liters is just nothing.
Let's just get started.
Oh, wow. But wow. Well, we had good margaritas up the street at El Patio.
El Patio's great. They have,
They have good margaritas, they're good ones.
It's a great Mexican restaurant.
Oh, very
And,
good.
They have a couple of off the menu things to order from them.
And French Market has wine.
Yes, they have a very good wine selection.
We found that out. We use that.
Yes, we do.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, but anyway, so cocktails are involved for a good weekend.
Yeah, good weekend. And you can have a little mini pub crawl on Front Street because there's 4 or 5 places that you can start down at
The brewery.
You can start at the brewery. That's kind of the opening thing. And I saw they just relaunched their peach beer, and that's.
Oh, we had that last year.
That's that's quickly turning into one of their signature drinks, and I just saw on Instagram that they were, I think it was this weekend or next weekend that they're gonna kind of seasonally relaunch it. So, but yeah, you just hang out, just go down Front Street, and that's what I enjoy doing.
You want to go hang out.
I just like to hang out.
You're a people person.
Yeah.
Well, you belong in hospitality.
Yeah, I just like to hang out. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you find that, when you think about tourism coming to Natchitoches, I know that, once people get here and know about it, it gets under your skin,
Mm-hmm.
right? But Louisiana, a lot of times I think the CVB is doing such an awesome job getting the word out.
We're lucky here. We have one of the best CVBs in the state.
Yeah.
And considering the size of the staff there,
Yeah.
how much they get done is
Incredible.
And I know a lot of the folks at a lot of the CVBs in the state. I can promise you, they're envious of what we do up here.
Because you have to get past the New Orleans. Like, a lot of people think Louisiana, if they don't know, if they haven't been out here, Louisiana is immediately New Orleans. And so there's this education process of there's a whole state to explore.
Yeah,
There's Alexander,
You could break
Lake
it down.
Charles,
You could break it down into just different culture. Like South Louisiana is
Boudin.
is French
Yeah.
Canadian type. That's the southern part of the state. The northern part of the state is more like Texas, Arkansas, Mississippi. Even you can subdivide that up. Shreveport has more of a Texas culture, where Monroe has more of a Mississippi culture.
Okay.
And then New Orleans is kind of its own animal. And then you have Baton Rouge, Hammond area, which are more, I guess, suburban, really. They culture than, and you put all those together and you have the state. So we.
I just think you're in all of it.
Natchitoches kind of is kind of it's the oldest community in the
Yeah.
Louisiana Purchase, but it was also landlocked for a number of years when the Red River shifted course. And then you had Highway 1, so it was off in its own little island there for a number of years.
Oh, cool.
So now Steel Magnolias helped out on the tourism side, and
Yeah.
and again, we have a lot of history, and we have families that have been here since the inception
Way
of the
back
city.
when.
So you've got to
It's a gem.
it's a neat little mix.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what
It's really
I.
interesting.
When I hear people talk about going through, and they're like, New Orleans, I'm like, yeah, go there. Just take this trip up. Even if you just go for one night, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, once you go, you're going to go, why didn't I stay in a week? But I think if you really wanted to cover the area, it would take 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, just like to scratch through, because you got the film trail, you got all the scenic byways, you got all the hiking, you got so much. So
Yeah,
it's cool.
we've got enough to keep you busy for a bit, and there's and not just here in Natchitoches. You can go out to the Alligator Farm, which is 15-20 minutes from here. That's half a day right there. And I saw they just had new owners take over, so it's a neat deal. Just it's like going to the zoo, except you're petting an alligator.
After you have a cocktail on Front Street.
Well, hopefully.
Have you had Bayou rum?
Yeah, I actually have.
It's good, isn't it?
It's the orange.
It's like a Grand Marnier.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So the website for everyone to go to is the best one for the hotel, because you have all the hotels. So
For all our hotels, sharpcohotels.com. That's the
Sharpco.
easiest, and we have links to all of our properties.
Okay, yeah,
That's
go
the
through
easiest.
there.
Yeah, we're on Twitter at Sharpco Hotels,
Facebook, each one.
Facebook Sharpco Hotels, and then the brands are all off of that. But again, if you're in Natchitoches, Holiday Inn Express, Comfort Suites, Best Western, Days Inn, and if you're in Alexandria, and that's again the center of the state, we have a convention property there. You're 2 hours from everywhere in Louisiana. Holiday Inn downtown.
He owns the highway, man. I'm just saying.
And they're nice properties again.
Oh, they really are. They
Best
really
West, the
are.
Holiday Inn was the Louisiana Hotel Association, Louisiana Travel Association Hotel of the Year, full
Awesome.
service in 2018, and then our Comfort Suites was the Louisiana Travel Association limited service hotel of the year the next year or the year before that. So
Hey,
they're
right on.
they're great staff.
Yeah.
And,
Absolutely.
we want everybody to come in and have fun.
Yeah. Hang out on Front Street.
That's right.
All right. So
See you down at the
Sharpco.
bar.
Okay. I know it's about time now.
Yeah, it's getting there.
I know. So sharpcohotels.com, everyone. Thanks so much.
Thank you.